Hello everyone, you're welcome back to this channel. What I have today is how to cut a hairline dress or a flay dress, and in this video I'm going to take you through step by step, so you're going to enjoy this tutorial. Just take your time and watch to the end. Thanks. So right now I have my fabric here. So this fabric is like 2 yards. So I'll be folding into 2 equal parts like this from tip to tip. You can see I folded into 2. So the next thing is to refold it again. So I'm going to refold it again diagonally like this. Can you see? So it's 45 by 45 inches. That's what I use. It actually depends on the size of who you are making for. But in this case, I'm making for a teenager. So that's why it's as the length is as long as that. So, and I've also added the radius, and that's why it's as long as that 45 inches. So right now we are going to start. Good day everyone, you're welcome back to this channel. What I have today is how to cut an hairline dress or a flared dress. So in this video, I'm going to take you through step by step. All you need to do is just to take your time and watch to the end. And at the end, you will enjoy. So you can see me, I folded it into 4. What I actually did was I folded it into 2 first, like this, into 2 first, 1, 2. So I later refolded it again, but this time I am folding it diagonally like this way. Can you see? So like this. So I use 45 by 45, and it's the reason is that I'm making for a teenager, so it depends on who you are making for. If you're making for a baby, of course it won't be as long as mine. So right now we are going to start. Now I'm going to come down. In coming down depends on your shoulder measurement. Like in this case, the shoulder measurement is 14 divided by 2, that's 7. So you're going to check where that 7 lies. Like in this case, it lies around here. So from this point, I'm going to know where I'm going to come down. So it's 9. So I'm coming down by 9 inches. Okay, or yes, I'm coming down by 9 inches so that I won't have any shortage. So from this 9 inches, from this point, I'm going to measure 3 inches inwards like this. So I measure 3 inches like this. So this is my 3 inches, that is for the neckline. So I'm going to come up by just 1 inch. That is the neckline depth, the depth of the neckline. So that's why I'm coming up by 1 inch, and it's for the back. So remember, I will be cutting both the front and the back pieces together. So as I come up by 1 inch, I create a curve right there. I create a curve, my neckline curve. Can you see? So from there, I'm going to measure. Remember, 7 inches, that is the shaft of the shoulder line. Now I've deducted 3, remaining 4. So I'm going to mark from here, I'll mark 4 inches. So you can see in this case, it's not up to that. So that is why you have to make it longer. So that's why I will be coming down by 9.5 inches. So I come down by 9.5 inches. So it is from this 9.5 that I'm going to input my width, neckline width. So I have it 3 inches right here. So 3 inches. Can you see? So from here, I'm going to come up by 1 inch so that I can have enough. So this 1 inch I'm coming up, I've come up by 1 inch. So from that point, I'm going to create my neckline curve. So this one is ignored. The first one is ignored. So I come up by, I create my curve rather. So from this point here, I'm going to come, then I make my neckline 4 inches. So I have it here. Okay, so 4 inches is here. So from that point, I'm going to come down by 3/4 of an inch for my shoulder slope. I have it here. So I'm going to connect this point to this place as my shoulder slope. So I connect. So this is my shoulder slope. So from here, I'm going to come down the armhole line. I will be making use of 6.5 or 7. So in this case, I will be making use of, let me make use of 7. So from here, I'm going to create a curve to meet this. Can you see the curve? So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to measure the waistline. So from this point now, I'm going to measure the waist. So I will be coming down because from the shoulder, I will be having the half cut, that is from the shoulder to the waist, is 13 inches. So I've already used 7 plus 6. So I will be coming down by 6 inches. So this is my waistline. Because it's going to be an elastic band, you see that I didn't even bother about the circumference of the waist. So the next thing is just to connect downwards. So I'm going to connect downwards. It depends on how flare you want it to be. If you want it to be just little flare, then you can adjust, you bring down your, bring in your measuring tape like I'm doing right now. But if you want it to be very flare, then you can come out like this. But in this case, I want it to be flare, to be very flare. So that's why I'm coming out. So I hope you can see that line. So from here, I'm going to mark, from that point, I'm going to mark downwards to create the curve at the base. So what I'm going to do is in two ways. It's either I place it on this neckline where I connected to the shoulder strap, and I measure the total length I want for this. So I will be making use of 39 inches. So, and I have it right here at the base. So I use it round. So it's either I use it like this, or I start from the base. You deduct the half cut from the full length, like in this case 39. 39 minus 13, whatever it gives, that's what I will be deducting. So what I will be using this way, 39. I still mount it on that place. I mark 39, place it on it. I mark 39. Thirty-nine, 39. So I'm going to connect those lines, this breaking line. I'm going to connect it together. You see? Let me draw it closer so that you can see it very well. So here is the broken line. So I've connected the lines together. So I can now cut, tracing it and cut it out. So that's the next thing. So I can now cut, and you see, I'm going to cut, tracing the line. Can you see? I've cut it out. Can you see? So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to just pack this off. Now, having done with cutting, as you can see right here, so the next thing is just to remove this excesses I have here in this so the next thing I'm going to do right now is to open it up. So I'm going to remove one piece, and this one I've just removed is the back piece. So I'm going to work on the front piece again, because that of the front piece, I'll be working on both the neckline and also the armhole line. So right here, I'm going to be coming down on the neckline. This is the front piece right now. So I'm going to come down by 2 inches, giving me the total of 3 inches for the depth of the front neckline. So I'll just connect. Still the width is still the same. All I need to do is just to connect from this point, the width, and I connect to this new depth, the new depth of the neckline. So you could use your free hand like I'm doing right now, and if you're a beginner, I will advise you to use your French curve. So can you see? So this is the neckline for the depth neckline for the front piece. So the armhole, I will just have to come in a little, because naturally the front armhole is a bit deeper than that of the front. So I'm going to cut this off. Not too much, just little. Can you see? Just little. So I go to the neckline, I also cut. So I'm done with the front. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to place it right side to right side. So can you see? So as I place it like this, is to seal. But before I go on sewing it, like I said the other time when I started, I said it's an elastic one. So the next thing right now is to cut the elastic length, which I'm going to use. Now to find it very easy on the length to cut for your elastic, just know the waist circumference. Now in this case, the waist circumference is 26. So 26, you know, is 2 pieces, front and back. That 26, I'm going to divide by 2, which gives me 13. It means each of the elastic I'm going to cut will be 13 inches in length. So I'm going to measure 13 inches, or I measure 26 and cut it into 2. So I measure 26 inches. Now I have my 26 inches here. So right now I'm going to cut this into 2. So one will be for the front and the second will be for the back. So I make sure it is equal. One is not longer than one. So you can see it's equal. So I can now cut. Okay, can you see? So it means now I'm going to measure from the down or from the up. I'm going to measure 13 inches downward. If I'm using the top, the edge here, I measure 13 inches downward. I measure 13 inches downward. After that, then I can use my elastic to pack it. So it's going to be like this at the end of the day. So that's the next thing I'm going to do right now. I'm going to be marking 13 inches downward from the shoulder line. So I'm going to place it here. You can see where I place it. So I mark 13 inches. But because of this neck, it won't be one may not find it very easy, so it's better I start from the down part. So I'm going to start from the down part. So all I need to do is the total the length, the full length is 39. I'm going to subtract 13 from 39, which will give me 26. 26. So that's what I will be measuring from the down part here. I will be marking 26 inches upwards. So 26 inches. So I mark, I also place it. So I mark 26 inches. 26 inches. 26 inches. And that is what I'm going to do all around. I mark 26 inches. 26 inches. So it is on this line, so I'm going to connect these lines together, this broken line together. So it is on this line I'm going to I'm going to seal my elastic. So I just seal it to this round. It's going to come up like this. It's going to display like this. So after that, then that's when I'm going to stitch from the seam, from the side seam here downwards. So let me quickly work on the elastic first, then I'll be right back. Now as you can see right here, I've sealed the elastic to the waist. Can you see? So I did it to both the front panel and the back panel. So this is how it looks. Now I also went ahead to fix my facing for the neckline. This is it, and I've ironed it. Now lest I forget, if you're using, in this case we are not using zipper, so because of that you make the neckline to be a bit wider, like 0.5 inch. Initially when I was cutting it, the width of the neck I used 3, so I decided to change it to 3.5. so that is the information I need to pass. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to stitch from this point here where the armhole ends. So I'm going to stitch from here downward and also from here downward. So I will be stitching right here downward. Then we have concluded the tutorial. And if you want to, in your own case, if you want to include sleeve, then you can go ahead. But if you want to make it sleeveless, then you just use your bias tape, or you just fold it like this once, second time, and you stitch all round after you have stitched this side. So that is that. I hope you have found this tutorial very, very helpful. So the next thing is just to show you the final of, or the output of this dress. Now as you can see, here is the conclusion of this tutorial. Here is the product of my tutorial. Can you see? Now in my own case, it's not a sleeveless. That's why I went to insert the sleeve. You can see it's a flared sleeve, very simple. Can you see? And I also went to hem the down part. And you see, just little, like 0.2 inches, I hem it. So you can see how neat it is. So I really want to appreciate you for taking your time to watch this video. Thank you very much. So if you have any comment, kindly drop your comments in the comment section. And if you have find this tutorial helpful, kindly give it a big thumbs up. Thank you very much. So if you have not subscribed to my channel, kindly do that now. Click on the subscribe button and you hit on the notification bell. And you also make sure that you put on your notification so that anytime I release a new video, you can have access to it. So till I come your way again, bye for now.